Okay. Hey, everybody. I kind of lost my voice a little bit because I'm tired. So the topic tonight is blow. I should always do that and put it up here. We're going to talk about some ways to stay awake while driving. And I bet most of you, if not all of you, know all of these. But I want to know if you have a different one. So I'm going to roll the intro per usual, and then we'll come back and have a chat. Boom! Let's do this. Oh, hey there. That was my car on my long trip over the weekend. So I drove to Wichita and Kansas. So from Phoenix, it's about 17 hours one way. So I was going to go there. So I drove all the way to Tucumcari, New Mexico, which is about 9. And then it was about 8. And I mean, 16, 17 hours, just depending on how many stops you take. So I was really, really tired on the way back. And I'm going to talk to you about some ways that you can stay awake, because it's important to do, because especially those of you that are driving a lot. Now, this even happens in town. Like, you don't have to be on a long road trip to be tired and have to take a break. So I got some of these from, let me stop this little ticker that down there. I got some of these from this website here, carmart.com, some from thezebra.com, and then some are just my own. So it's going to be short and sweet tonight. I competed. Let's see if I can find this. Facebook. Okay. Like I said, I competed in the hunting games. There's a couple of pictures of me from the weekend. I'm waiting for it to pop up, so I will probably show that here in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So this is what's interesting too, because I have some other stuff to share with you this evening. So okay, there we go. Share. Can you see me? I never know if you can. There you go. Okay, so here's my Facebook page, and then I'll just go to me so you can see. Those of you that don't know, there's me doing my live. There's the announcement. Those of you that don't know, I don't know what this thank you is for, huh? Can you see this picture? Oh, there you go. That's me doing the light hammer. You throw it over your head, and then, oh, okay. This is all the people that were tagged this weekend. I guess you don't need to see all of them. I'll just show you one more. This one's interesting because I always think I don't jump that high, and I don't want to jump on the sheaf anymore, but I do. So there's me. This is it's like a pitchfork, and you stab that sack right there, and then you have to throw it over your head in order to get it over a bar behind you, which is kind of nuts. So anywho, let's talk about, oh, sorry, I'm going to take this off. Let's talk about ways to stay awake while driving, because, and I've done this my whole life, okay? So I'm going to quickly run through them. Sit Squatch is going to happily sit here and go along with me here. So take naps. Be sure to stop in a safe place, though, and away from people. This is my pop's advice, and I think I might have put this in here later, but he said always the safest place to take a nap. So it's best if you don't do this in a rest stop, because it's too isolated. Depending on the time of day also. So you want to be in a place that, I would just say like a Walmart parking lot or some other parking lot where you can get under a tree and there's other people there. But my dad says hospital parking lots are the best, because people are always taking naps in their cars because they're there, visiting family and stuff, and they don't know license plates and whatnot. They're not keeping track of that. So if you need to take a quick nap and you're in a town, do that. One time I fell asleep. This was actually driving back from Nebraska to New Mexico, and I was so tired. I pulled over. There's these, toll roads. This is way back in the day. And I pulled over at the gas station that was the median. And I was just so tired. I leaned my chair back and fell asleep right there in front of everything. It was like a McDonald's or something. And I slept for 3 hours, like just crashed. And I was so hot, and I drool coming out, and these people were just walking by. And I was like, holy cow. So if you do that, crack your windows, keep the air running in your car, whatever you got to do, but stay safe. Okay. So that's the first one. Take naps. Stay hydrated. It seems kind of crazy. Drink plenty of water. Who cares if you have to stop a lot, okay? Yes, drink caffeine, but be careful because it might only last a few hours. If you drink too much caffeine, you can have that opposite effect where I start to get that like, I can't really focus on what I'm doing because you're just sitting in a car. So today, like I drove, it was like 9 to 10 hours yesterday, and then today I drove about 7. So stop often and stretch. If you don't know when, try it when you get tired. Obviously, if you're tired, don't speed. It's okay to stop. It's better to be late than the alternative, not showing up at all. If you can wait until you get to someplace, I mean, if it must be a rest stop or something, you can get out and stretch. When I'm traveling alone, and maybe I'll do a different show where I'm talking about traveling alone. Because as I told you, I was followed by a guy in San Francisco, and that was creepy. So you got to keep your wits about you. But, when driving alone, you got to keep your wits about you too. So just make sure that you're always aware of your surroundings on top of that. Okay. Sit up straight. Oh, I forgot to grab it, but use like a tennis ball or, one of those like a lacrosse ball or a baseball, softball, whatever, and put it behind your back and you can roll on it. I actually I actually have a portable yoga roller and it's like this big and I can put it behind my back and just kind of stretch, while I'm driving. And actually, believe it or not, it's pretty beneficial, okay. I got that one already. Did I do this one? Yes, stop often and stretch. Okay. Crack the window, especially if it's cold. So it's kind of funny how much that helps. It just kind of gives you a little burst of fresh air. This one, I'm not sure about this one. Who agrees with this one? Chew gum. They always say chewing gum makes you less hungry, and I don't find that to be the case with me either. So who knows? Drive at times when you're normally awake. So for instance, if you're not usually awake from midnight to 6 a.m., don't drive at that time. Okay. If you are, then definitely do. My exception is I might not get up at 3 or 4 o'clock, but I'll get up to drive if I've got to drive 12 hours or more, 10 hours or more sometimes. I'd rather get to a place early. I'd rather leave early and get there early so that I have time to have some downtime, relax, eat, watch some YouTubes, things like that. So I would rather leave early and get there early. And then in the past, I had times where I didn't plan my routes really. I mean, I planned it like I knew where I was going, but I didn't decide where I was going to stop. And then I would just get a hotel whenever I got to where I was going. So you can still do that. There's an app called Hotels Tonight. And sometimes you get a discount. So like I said, maybe I'll do a different one where it's, about traveling alone, males and females. In addition, if you want to leave early and you didn't sleep well, think about this. Don't leave until you're rested enough. So, for instance, from Wichita, like I said, I drove up. I left Thursday, stayed in Tucumcari, drove the rest on Friday. We went to the Ren Fair. It was connected to the Ren Fair this time, so we went on Saturday. And then I didn't go to sleep too late or anything, but, competing all day is tiring, even if you're done, you're typically competing from at the earliest 9 to 2 or 3 and at the latest till it could be 5 or 6. It did get a little hot in the afternoon. My allergies were bad because of Bermuda grass and it was just torturing me. So there was a lot of stuff going on and hung out with some people afterward, of course, went to the brewery, had some good food, had some sips. I probably went to sleep at 10 o'clock, but I was just tired. So I didn't leave until I think 10:15, which would have been 9:15. So I stayed in Albuquerque last night with my friend Mona. So it took me about 9 hours to get there, I'd say, but I didn't leave till later. So I didn't get to her house until about 8 o'clock. So I had to stop a lot. I was very tired. So just do that. I mean, it's better to leave late. So that's my philosophy. Leave late and not have to stop and take a nap, or leave early and have to stop a few times and take a nap. When I drove to Austin last year for the World Championships, I had to stop a lot because I was so tired. Eat foods that keep you energized and are more healthy. I'm not as prepared as I thought I would be, but eggs are very good protein. Protein always keeps you full, keeps you more alert. Beef jerky, things like that. Sure, have candy and stuff, but just not all bad stuff. You need things that are going to keep you awake. Protein shakes are really good. Protein bars, I have a lot of that. I pack a lunch. I have a little cooler and I just take things with me. So I didn't even have to buy food on the way back, which is really nice. This is awesome. Listen to music gets you going. Most of you probably have Apple Music or Amazon Music or YouTube Music or Spotify or whatever, and you have playlists. That also goes along with podcasts. I listen to the true crime stuff and all of that. So that keeps me going sometimes. Sometimes I can zone out. I mean, you can do audiobooks and things too. Call a friend. Marco Polo a friend. That's a video app. You don't have to look at people to talk. I used to use an app called Voxer. I've talked about this Marco Polo app before. It's the one there that looks like a sort of a beach ball. And if you look at it, I'm not going to show anybody's thing, but I'll go down to one from a long time ago. So here's my friend. And you just kind of talk in there. And then you see all the videos at the bottom. So, gosh, that doesn't even come in to focus. Anyway, you just talk. So you can just put it down and talk too. And there's also a button on here where it just shows voice only. And then, wow, you can't really see that, can you? Anyway, it'd be voice only. And you don't have to, so nobody's looking at you don't have to look at this, or nobody has to look at your face while you're talking to be distracted. Oh, okay. I've comment. Yay. All right. Pam Turnbull says electrolyte. Yeah. Electric lights. Like Siggy says. Electrolytes are good, Pam. Good. Christine. Hillary, I sing along to show tunes. It really keeps you back. I bet it does. I don't even know show tunes anymore. I guess I could do the old ones, but that's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Oh, hang on a second. I lost myself here. Okay. I got a couple more. Where am I? See, now I got to use my glasses. I don't know where I'm at. Listen to music. Call a friend. Calling a friend is really good. I call my dad all the time. Keep the car temp lower even if it's cold outside. Did I say this already? Oh, and I said open the windows. Safely, of course, Take vitamins or use that emergency pack. It's that little vitamin C emergency stuff that kind of gives you a little pick-me-up. They have like lots of energy stuff now. Just be careful with the energy stuff because some of it can really make you crash. So you might be awake and alert for a while. Pick up hitchhikers. Yeah, not advised. I'm sure that would make you very, very aware and alert. I actually did that one time in college. I just wanted to get it out of my thing. It's not advised. Okay, so if you're driving with someone else, take turns driving, but be sure to get some rest when you aren't driving. So obviously don't drink and drive. When that person's not driving, if you can't sleep, that's fine, but just make sure you're feeling rested and stuff so that when you take over, you're not too overly exhausted. Okay. So we got final thoughts. Boom, boom, boom. Basically do what works for you. Okay. Stop to eat if that helps, but remember not to eat foods that make you too tired. I've never been a person to stop and actually have a meal in a restaurant while I'm traveling. Cause I'm thinking, okay, if I'm driving 10 hours in a day and it's going to take an hour in a restaurant, that's an hour that I lost. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'd rather get there earlier. So that's why I pack a cooler. It's just a little one, like I take to the field, put some of those frozen ice things in it, maybe put some extra ice in it, and then it'll last you all day. You just got to make sure wherever you stay has a refrigerator so you don't lose the food that you took there. I take food from here, there, and back. That's what's so funny. If you know better than anyone. So stop when you need to. And it's okay. Okay. Try and take trips. I didn't put this in there, but try and take trips that aren't pressing you for time and stressing you out for that so that you don't feel pressure to keep going and not stop and rest. Okay. My pops, I said this already, said a hospital parking lot's the best place to take a nap. Kind of makes sense if you think about it. And okay, got another comment. Yay. So Pam says, too much food makes me sleepy. Well, yeah, too much food and also the wrong kind of food. Like if you're eating a couple of hard-boiled eggs. Oh, Gunther. Still my sister's dogs. If you're eating a couple of hard-boiled eggs and, things like that, it shouldn't make you sleepy, or a protein bar or shake or something. But yeah, I mean, if you're eating a bunch of chips, oh my God. Okay, Gunther's getting crazy now. So a couple of last things, my friends. Remember what Sit Squatch says. The journey begins with you. So be good to yourself. He's a little blurry today, isn't he? I'm going to get on the ball. I've said this 2 weeks ago. I have him with me all the time. I got to take more pictures because he's sad. Or I at least got to post them. And I love you guys. Peace and love. Thanks for hanging with me. I am a little tired tonight, so thanks for hanging with the more mellow side of Katie Horgan. And let me know if you watch this later or if you have comments now, that after I close off, if you have any different tips that I didn't mention. So that would be awesome. Okay. I'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Happy Halloween. I got some other ideas, so I'm gonna put that out there to you. So good night.